This is a production of Cornell University.
It's Memorial Day 2014. I'm at Sheldrake Point Vineyards on the west side of Cayuga. And the shoots are about 5 or 6 inches right now, and it is a really good time to do our shoot thinning. So what's happened here are that this was pruned to 4 canes. Here are 2 fruiting canes, and these are 2 fruiting canes. So, and on each cane there's buds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sort of thing. So that these were pruned to about 28 to 30 buds. But what happens is we get some pretty crowded areas and we get some secondary shoots that we need to get rid of. So let me show you what we do here. I'll start actually with suckering the vine because we want to get rid of a lot of these shoots that come from latent buds that are hiding under the bark. Because we didn't intend for shoots to grow here. We only want our shoots either up on the fruiting wire or we want to save a couple of shoots or suckers at the base in case we want to bring up another trunk. So we're going to get rid of all this crap here because we're never going to use these shoots in the middle. So get rid of a lot of the lower stuff here. And we're going to get down to 2 good suckers. All of these are vinifera suckers, so I can basically pick my 2 strongest that come from above the graft union. Okay, so there's our 2 suckers that we're going to leave. And then I'm going to come up and start clearing out a little bit of this head region. So what we normally do is when we thin, we usually thin to somewhere around 5 or 6 shoots per foot. Sometimes people will leave more for whites, a little less for reds. This is Cab Franc, so we'll go for about 5 shoots per foot. So we'll start with where it's really crowded here and clean out some of these to open up the canopy a little bit because there's a lot of crowding here and the shoots will all crowd together and our fruit may get a lot of diseases. So we'll open things up a little bit. We're getting rid of primary shoots here. What I want to show you here is that we've got a great example of a secondary shoot. So you remember that a grape bud is a compound bud, so it's got a primary and a secondary and a tertiary bud all inside of it. So each of these actually has 3 bud initials. So here we can see our primary shoot has developed, and it's actually got the start of a little cluster right there. So that's going to be our flower cluster and our first cluster on the shoot. And then right here is our secondary shoot that's come out. The primary comes up at usually a reasonably straight angle. And then there's the secondary shoot. So what we're going to do is get rid of any secondaries that we see here. Because we've got our primary shoot, it's Memorial Day, so we can assume we're past a risk of frost. And so we're just going to clean that out so that we don't end up with a lot of crowding there. So again, coming through here and just cleaning this up a little bit, trying to get down to roughly 5 shoots per foot. I don't want to go too low because we've lost some to cold damage here. And maybe open this area up a little bit more. We want to make sure we leave some shoots that can become canes for next year. And there, that's pretty good. If I pick about a foot of the canopy here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if I pick another foot, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this actually looks pretty good. The last thing I do want to show you here is there's some better flower clusters that have emerged. So you can see things are a little further along here, and actually the first fungicide is going to go on tomorrow. Because normally as we start approaching roughly 8 to 10 inches is when our first fungicide spray will go on. So that's what shoot thinning and suckering look like.
This has been a production of Cornell University, on the web at cornell.edu.